one thing. Before we get started, let's settle this now. Everything I'm about to say is just a personal statement, so don't get so butthurt. If you do not agree with anything I say, or you end up not liking me as a person, please feel free to get out. Like, this isn't a bit. This is just a preface for the video. If you don't enjoy the topics that I'm not making, feel free to leave. I'm not making you stay here whatsoever. We good? Good. Merry Kwanzaa, damn it. Happy 4th of July, son of a bitch. Merry end of September, everyone. It's time where fall begins, everyone's back in school, the temperatures are cooling down, basic white girls finally have an excuse to wear leggings and drink their overpriced fake coffee, and hormones are flying rampant. Rampant? Rampant? Ah, fuck. Before I explain what that last one means, let me spin you a quick tale. It's that glorious time of year where the juniors are trying to take their place as seniors, freshmen think that they're hot shit, and football season is going along without a hitch. Doesn't matter whether your school's team is winning or not. The only thing that matters is that if you go out and watch your team play a game on one day, the most important of days, homecoming. Well, not really that important, but it's severely overhyped. Welcome to the second biggest popularity contest behind prom. Not to mention that's really the only other time where you can vote for royalty, but that's not the important part! Hopefully this sounds a lot better. I brought the mic a lot closer to my face. Royalty. Okay, the thing is with royalty is that you're not likely to get picked on a very large school. Yes, your chances are always better with less people, but it's really not gonna matter unless you're greatly known or popular in any sense of the word. Fuck the popular vote. It's essentially just mob rule. People try to pressure you to pick the popular kids, and it essentially just boils down to who's gonna kick my ass the most if they lose, and who's the prettiest girl I can think of in the shower. I mean in general. But if you really get a hard-on for being on center stage, you can feel free to sell yourself for votes. I mean, this applies to guys too, unless you were moderately popular a few weeks before voting. That is, unless you're a part of a secret cult in your school that controls the vote, which I may or may not be a part of. May have helped rig the vote a few times, which is hilarious in my case. And it also achieves a giant fuck you to that one douchebag couple that might get the vote. However, it also lets us pick people who normally wouldn't get the win unless they let the administration sit on their face for weeks straight. Looking at you, ex-teacher Mr. Sharman. Okay, people thought he seemed like a pedophile, and I believe he retired my freshman year after I had his class.
Damn, this kid's too ugly. Fuck this place, I'll go back to stalking playgrounds and Subway.
What, too soon, Jared? Festivities. Nothing like a good time to come back home, see some of the friends you left behind when you went to college, or you're still in high school and preparing for the mass chaos that is that day. In high school, they tell you to join as many groups as you can, yet departments like the drama department seem toxic and try to murder you for having any life outside of drama. Well, it's kind of the same way with debate, not to mention that they're both low-ranking groups, but drama's dying from the inside thanks to directors and toxicity, not to mention all the diseases they tend to pass around, and the non-stop punishment they get for, and get this, enjoying theater. I can admit that some of them have it rough most of the time, but on this week, if you do multiple clubs including being a member of our theater department, you'll pray for death. I mean horrible, gruesome ends to your life. They all expect you to help with their floats and get pissed if you do another one or have to ride another one when the day comes. Nothing like a nice homecoming parade, am I right? Wrong! I mean, it's nice for everyone but the people doing the parade. The bystanders get to see a nice show, kids can get free candy that's not being promised from a van, and you can get excited for the candidates or your local sports ball team to have a good game. Get point, go score, I just hope our generic mascots win tonight, whoop, whoop. Then it comes down to the game. Again, it's nice as a bystander, but if you're literally anyone else, you'll have a lot different experience. Football players have little to no time to shower off, get dressed up, and get to the dance so they can typically see one of their bros win the title of crown, while his bitchy cheerleader girlfriend gets queen, and what happens after the dance is between them. And I'll leave the imagination up to you. Band is a little easier in our district because we get out early because the band isn't 100% required to make the game happen. I mean, it's always fun to play stand songs,
But until we started having a good football team, people only showed up for band's halftime shows. Some schools occasionally don't do formal, but this year when it was sprung that ours wasn't formal because it was more casually themed, this was the reaction of most girls because they had already gotten their dress. Not to mention that girls like to plan in advance, and I mean greatly in advance, and if you mess with their routine, oh Lord have mercy. Not that mercy! I hate making these jokes. Life during that week is either fun or a living fucking nightmare, so just make sure you prep yourself in advance.
I need healing.
The dance. Yes, the most interesting part of it all, the moment we've finally been waiting for, the dance. You know, there's always a week-long build-up, whether it's effective or not, because sometimes people just go home after the game, or people just get their hopes up and get let down really easily. Now, you could say the stereotypical, my date was awful, or my friends ditched me. I mean, those are valid excuses. However, this is a rant. I'm going to talk about a particular group of people first. These are the kids that are way too big for their britches. You guessed it, you know the ones I'm talking about. These kids are the pipsqueaks that think they have mad game and can get any girl to go with them, so they figure they're just going to try to steal them from you at the dance. It's funny because in reality, these kids just get laughed at as they swing and they miss so bad that even Stephen Hawking could have done a better job at bat. Just picture that for a moment and hate yourself for laughing. Come on. Come on. Come on. The other problem with these kids is the lack of game they claim to have, which gives an obnoxious odor of arrogance and annoyance. To be honest, these kids couldn't even get close to getting tail if they were at a petting zoo, or if Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh offered up his own. On the other side of the spectrum is what I call F-boys, because they don't deserve the full 2 words their title is. I decided to back up a little bit because it sounds like I'm molesting the mic with my mouth. I don't think anybody wants to hear that. Never mind, I lied. Anyway, these guys are gonna eye down your girl more than R. Kelly does at a urinal. And it's completely ridiculous. You mess with them too much as a girl, you get branded as a harlot. You talk to them too much as a dude, and you waste any of their time, they're gonna get hostile. I mean, some of them are very weak, so it'll be funny to fucking floor them, but others have the brawn to back it up. So, don't fuck with them. See, me, myself, and I have had 0 luck at dances. I mean, usually I just kind of show up after planning on not going. I mean, all but once sophomore year when I actually had a date, but for those who get lucky, there's a special place for you. Silence. Cue the music!
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Now that we have that settled, listen up, fellas. There's something that happens at every dance that you'll find most beneficial. The grind session. See, I could make this its own topic, but I feel like it's more suited for talking about prom, because let's be honest, it's gonna happen a lot more at prom. Because it's fucking prom night, people! Anyways, the grind session. It's a time of the dance where a girl just ends up making your night. I mean, I can't really imagine any way it benefits them, unless they're into that kind of thing, and I'm not going down a BDSM road with this. 1, it is kind of a strange thing when you think about it, but when you're a part of it, you just go completely dumbfounded. 2, that usually means you're hitting it off well with a girl, so congrats. Don't be a total douchebag though, and also watch out for stuff that might happen to notice. Kind of ruins your mood when you get yelled at, and your night's never gonna recover.
I need healing.
Okay, just talking about it sounds kind of weird, but talk and action are 2 separate things. Plus, it's not for everyone when you experience it. Just be careful of a few factors. You know exactly what I'm talking about, you filthy perverts.
Clean yourself up.
Okay, I think I've made my points clear, so I'm not going to go on any longer. Homecoming's a fun time where you can reconvene with old friends, current ones, but it does tend to have its stressors and its interesting moments. Still, you should try to make the best out of it. This year's homecoming wasn't so bad, so, you know, just do your best to have fun and realize that everyone looks stupid while dancing. Why can't you? And go find friends, meet new people, or if you're coming back, get the pals back together for one last hoorah before you leave town again. That is, unless you're neck-bearded basement dweller.